So a little while ago, Zuck and the boys released a new model. Music model, bro. And what's interesting is they put it up in this Hugging Face space. And it's part of the AudioCraft repo. But the first thing I noticed was there's no update here in the GitHub. But that's okay. That's what's dope about Hugging Face spaces. You just go over here and click files. You could just clone this, dude. So that's what I did. But basically, yeah, it takes input audio just like Music Gen does, but instead of continuing your audio, it's going to transform it. You know what I'm saying? So the output's going to be the same length as the audio that you give it. So you're going to do a little riff and, yeah, feed it some things and just kind of see what we're working with. You know, so, yeah, here's the riff. So, all right. So, as you know, you give it a description of how you want it to edit your shit, you know. So this one, I think I gave it some synths. You know, we just run it locally. You know, that's pretty dope. It only does up to like 30 seconds. Or actually, I found out it can go a little bit further than that. But then let's see what it does when I tell it to do accordion, bro. And that's bass, right? Now my guitar becomes accordions whenever I want, dude. Alright, but immediately after that, my thought was maybe Gary gets a little brother, Terry. You know, Terry will transform outputs. So it's like Gary and Terry, you know, just jamming out to whatever you give them. So Gary's got scripts inside of him that can talk to a backend. So we threw MelodyFlow up on our backend with a little Flask endpoint. You know what I'm saying? Make some presets too. We made some presets for it. Bunch of variations. Because I don't want a text prompt while I'm jamming out, you know. I'd rather just select from a drop-down menu. Build the drop-down menu in Max for Live. I guess it's called a U-menu object. You know, once we get that transform button working in Max for Live GUI, then we can go over and into Electron. We're talking to it with the prepends and the routes and the inlets and the outlets. You get it. Made sure to add an undo button. Because sometimes, just like Gary, sometimes Terry's going to produce some garbage. I can already tell that you're not always going to be happy with what he did. And then the tricky part is making sure that our drop-downs talk to each other. The drop-down in Electron should change the Max for Live GUI. And if you change the Max for Live GUI, well, that's got to change the Electron UI, you know? Because Gary go both ways, dog. Terry goes both ways, too. All right? We're just going to, we're going to mess around with this guitar riff and just kind of see where it goes. We're going to see what Terry do to our thing.